Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel, Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we go on, we have a kind of a final lesson in this series, which is really like related to the book of Chuan C, Chang, which is like a free PDF which you can just get online. I put the link down in the description below too. It's called Fundamentals of Piano Practice. And this book is an incredible source of really great concepts, ideas and explanations on practicing method, and especially like if you want to attack like certain like technical problems there are. Or difficulties. Yeah? It's meant for classical pianists who also deal with quite challenging pieces, of course, and they have to be able to play these pieces by heart in their solo programs, and also to really play it right. And it's really, you have to play it right. You know, it's not there is no way coming around, like maybe in jazz or more improvised music. You sometimes have the chance to find other solutions, but not there. It's composed and you have to play it correctly in the first place. Okay, so this is a great book, and what I did for Guitar Academia, I studied the book, of course, very much, of course, for myself, and it really helped me. So that's why I want to share that also with you. And in this book, there are described some different practice methods, some aspects and concepts, and they are really spread over the whole book in a way, like always adding like maybe a little bit of different perspective on that. And what I did, I tried to really focus on just one aspect, and I put all these informations together, which I could find on different places. Of course, I also added my own thoughts to that. I summarized the whole thing, and I also adapted that for guitar. So there was quite a also some processing necessary to come up with that. But a lot of that stuff you really find in his own how he wrote it actually. So some stuff is really like just copied, not just copied, but it's copied because I also thought to stick to his words. I mean, these words made myself get inspired, and they really helped, and because they were expressed sometimes in a very very clear way, and so I thought, why change it? So I want to pass that to you, more also related to the original, because it helped me a lot. Anyway, I mean that's also, I mean I could go into that now also. I mean, just this idea of always reinventing everything, or taking something and then just change it a little bit and then say that's mine, and here buy it, and that's really I think it's not a good thing. Okay, anyway, let's go back here. You find also a PDF for this lesson down in the description below, and it's also free because the PDF of his book is also free, and so I don't charge anything, although there are always some extra work, effort and stuff. But you can also support my channel, but by just down in the description below you find a link where you can donate. Just go to my website, hildenbrand.com. There you find a button where you can donate to support my work. Yeah, this would be also really cool, of course. Okay, so let's go into this lesson 11 now of this series, and kind of we will come to a kind of conclusion here also. And the question is practice routine. Yeah, that's a question. Normally you would not question that. You will say, okay, sure, practice routine. You have a strict routine, and you do this 2, 4, 8 hours a day or whatever. Actually, I saw it like that for a long time, and then really like had a routine for like, there was actually like times in my when I was studying in Rotterdam, I really put myself to like an 8-hour routine and this kind of stuff. And I see this a lot in the internet, of course, when people talk about what to practice, what you always every day, what you should do every day to warm up and all that stuff. And really, if you understand this whole thing about practicing and also the need of warming up and everything, you find so many strange things there where and that is described by Chuan C. Chang. This is described as the intuitive method. And the intuitive method is just to do what you think is right, but the problem is that you sometimes can be completely wrong with that. Yeah? You think, oh, that's difficult, I have to play it very slow. Wrong. Most of the times that is wrong. Or to end your practice session by playing this piece again, but really quick and try to really show everything you have achieved. Wrong. Yeah. So there's so much stuff which is actually wrong, and you will. I put all these lessons out. Yeah, we have like we had already like 10 lessons, and I just tell you was cycling, then another lesson on relaxation, then we had slow versus fast muscles, then we had choice of practice speed, then we had hand separate practice, then we have practice music, then we had post-practice improvement, then we had fast play degradation. Then we had talked about the individual body movements. Then about speed waltz, and now we talk about practice routine. The thing is, you always have to know what you want to practice. There is no such, always play these scales up and down, and that will help in some kind of a way. You have to know why what you are doing with that. Yeah, you want to use them in a musical way, or you want to practice a sort of coordination and everything. And most of the time, when you really think about that, and what is my aim here? I mean, why I'm sitting down and why I want to practice and what needs to be done. By getting that more straight, you will come up with different solutions. When you just really clearly think about that, when you really clearly think, okay, the problem is this left hand. It can't cope up with a right hand, or vice versa, or my problem is the coordination, or I can't get over that kind of a speed, and I tried it for a long time, and now I try it again and again and again, and it doesn't work. So if you really understood and watched these lessons which we had before, I think you are getting more and more of a practicing expert by really knowing your tools and what they are there for and how they are working and why they are working and why they are necessary to have. And when you have sort of now this complete package, you really can always redesign your practice routine to really attack a certain problem or weak area or whatever. Yeah, you can just really focus on that. You really look at that. So what's there? What is the problem exactly? And then really have the right tools to design your practice for that thing and put together the different tools. And when you watch these lessons, you will be really clear about that. And then you will just attack this problem. And it will be very satisfying in a way. It will take a lot of concentration, because it's really it's very often this typical practice routine is very often a very mindless thing. You just play certain things over and over, and you don't have to think anymore. It's just in a way like hand memory, and you have this idea that you play it over and over, and then it feels good in a way. Yeah. that's cool. I mean, you're just conditioning actually stuff you already know. Maybe it would be just you could just write without warming up. Just go to your pieces or going to music, and the same thing would just happen after some minutes. But yeah, you feel there is a kind of a reward if you do that. But to really learn means you have to be much more precise and much more conscious about, I mean, what you have to do, because you always, that's also the tricky thing, I think, with practicing. You always deal with something which you can't do, which you are weak at, which you're not good at, which you yeah, and this gives you, in a way, maybe kind of a bad feeling. Yeah, you want to avoid that. You want to practice, but somehow you want to avoid the bad feeling of not knowing something right, or that you can't actually do that. And for example, playing slow is really perfect for that, because slow you can do that, and you practice over and over slow, and you think, okay, when I practice slow for some days, I just speed up a little bit, and then I'm there someday. But no, that actually is not really working like that. Yeah, I mean, check out the lesson 4 on choice of practice speed, and you know a little bit more what I mean here. So it takes, of course, it is effort, it is concentration, it is really like focusing on things. But once you are there, once you know what is actually your objective, what's the problem, and once you have the right tools, practicing can be really satisfying and fun, because it brings me actually directly to that one sentence there, and I like that sentence a lot. I read it. Nothing is too difficult to play if you know how to practice. This serves both as a diagnostic tool and as a technique development tool. So, if you want to learn something, what you obviously can't already do, if you want to learn something new, it can be in a way frustrating. It can be frustrating that you don't get it during the practice session on that day, for example. Yeah, there are a lot of stuff which maybe is creeping in and want to make you something more nice, and maybe check Facebook or whatever. And so this idea of just know how to practice, just know your tools, know how they work, and then nothing will be too difficult. You can attack like anything, and you have the tools. You know how to practice. So the quest is really just the diagnostic tool in a way is a bit like I'm able to play that sometime when I just practice correctly, when I use the right techniques and methods in the right way. And then the technique development will just come. It will just come because you use the right design of that different concepts of the different practice techniques. So you can trust your practice, and also you will notice results much more quick, of course, than just noodling around always the same thing. It will be like always the same thing, and after you played it like every day, it will like, okay, you feel like you warmed up in a way. Okay, but you're not progressing. Yeah, in a way, it's always like maybe it's not useful to do that. It's better to just play already like a piece you want to learn, and then you warm up by that. Yeah. He also talks about, we didn't include that in these lessons here, but I will just tell you. He talks also about this playing cold. So really go to your instrument in the morning before you played anything else, when you just start and just play a piece, you know, and just also like an exercise, or also that you actually. For me, it was kind of interesting also because I felt, yeah, right. I mean, I can just directly start, and then I also know, okay, I have it, you know, it's there because I don't need any like preparation to come up to be able to play that. And the more clear the picture is, the image is, what is actually what you have to do to play that piece, like a very clear imagination, then it will just be there, and you will be just able to play it. If it's not like too much like straining stuff where you really need a lot of like techniques, what is very difficult and so on, then you might of course need a kind of a warm up. But otherwise, playing this piece can be already your warm up. Yeah. So it's better to have like maybe some concentration exercises or that kind of stuff as a warm up. But anyway, let's not talk about this warm up thing too much. But the idea is really to have this trust. You have faith in your practice, in your practice. So you know there is that problem, you detected that very clear, and you know that with your tools you have, you can just solve it. It might take time, but it's very nice to trust in this process. To know, okay, I will get it. Someday I will just have it if I just follow the right methods and the right like balance, so to speak. So keep your practice flexible. Yeah, just use your that's really important. Use your intelligence. Understand what is the situation, and like every day you are a new student in a way, and every morning you have a new hand somehow. Yeah, so it's every day is different, and hopefully it's different because hopefully you are also progressing. So when you progress, when you change, when there is a process happening, you can't say I need a fixed practice routine and then I do that every day for my whole life, and that will really be great and it will really help. Actually, it's a bit strange to think like that. Maybe there are some benefits, you know. Maybe it's just this idea of getting this whole coordination, also concentration, like together, like stepping out of the all-day life, or focusing on music. So you have some kind of a exercise, like a bit like a little meditation or something like that to come there. But we are talking really about practicing here. We are talking about, we have a certain problem, we have to really focus on that, we have to find out what it is, we have to really make it very small and very clear to us. So that's actually that, I don't know, I do this kind of, I'm always a little bit tense when I do that, and I want to resolve that, for example. And that will really help my technique, maybe my speed, my tone or whatever. And then I work on that, and then you have all these different practice methods, these different tools, the complete toolkit to just choose from, and then go for it and have fun, because you know what you do is really helping you and will solve that problem and will open a new door and will open complete new possibilities for you in music. And I think really this feeling of to really trust in your practice. Yeah, this makes you also kind of relax and not to be so stressed and tense that actually in a way you have the feeling of yeah, I'm practicing, but I'm actually not really improving, or you question everything like, is this the right method I'm using? Is this the right practice? Maybe there's some other stuff I have to do, or yeah, like you're like trusting to really trust in your practice process also helps you very much to focus much better and to stay tuned on that thing you're doing. It's much more yeah, it's motivating, and yeah, it's fun actually. All right, yeah, I hope you got something out of these lessons, these 11 lessons on practicing. We will go on with that to a later time. We will talk about like 2 very, very, very important aspects I got from this book, and I also applied, and I think they're very important and very great. And it's like about memorization and mental play. And also together with mental play, we will also talk later on about absolute pitch, because that's also connected with that, but it's also a separate thing, and I'm doing this already for quite a long time, and I do not yet have absolute pitch, but there are some things happening, and I think that's a very, very good and great practice, like absolute pitch. But that's a different story for now. It's just we will go on, and we will maybe have a little bit more advanced things happening here too. And I just want to let you know that, because like memorization and mental play is a huge part also in that book of Fundamentals of Piano Practice by Chang C. And a lot of these practice methods are also like taking place in a way in that whole main, like a kind of a main field of mental play, to imagine things, to get a real clear visual image and a clear idea of the sound, that you can hear things in your head and that stuff. So it's really connected. Because it's really like also about practicing. Yeah, very much connected. It's really like, yeah, it's in a way like practicing, of course. Anyway, we will not go into that now. For now, I thought it would be good to just think about like different things you can do to attack like technical problems. Yeah, there are technical issues, and these are the things, these are the tools you now have to to solve them. So that's a good thing, right? All right, so that's it for this series now. If you like those lessons here on Guitar Academia, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click the bell button. Then you get notifications when a new video will be released. And this is the case every week. And also, as I said, there's this possibility to support my channel. Just follow the link in the description below. And yeah, so I wish you all the best with practicing. I really hope that helps. And as I said, when I see like a lot of videos on YouTube where even like great musicians explain their technique, I'm thinking, wow, why do they say that? They do some different thing actually there. And that's, you get more and more aware if you really go into that, and that really helps. I promise. Really, these methods are really cool thing. All right, stay tuned. And thanks for watching. My name is Hildenbrand.